So, why spend 24 hours alone in Vancouver, you might ask? Well, for me, this was much more than just a trip to another city. This trip was a symbol of rest. An acknowledgement that you and I need to give ourselves the grace to rest and to tune into what our mind, body, and soul requires of us daily. It symbolized to me the importance of filling up my cup in order to pour into others. Because what's empty simply cannot overflow and pour itself out into something else. If you know me personally, you might know that I struggled a lot in my early 20s with balance. Our 20s are an extremely fast-paced point in our lives when we have a lot of responsibilities and relationships to attend to. To top it all off, I struggled a lot with the pressure to please many people in the process. Sooner than not, there was an imbalance in my life and I'd quickly fall into a state of mental distress, emotional, physical burden, and complete burnout. And it took years of trial and error to realize that this lifestyle was simply not sustainable. As a new graduate nurse entering the profession very soon, I know that I am more than susceptible of falling into the rhythm of this exhaustion somewhere down the road. But I think I'm in a better place now to grasp how to prevent and handle these events by learning to set some boundaries. October 12, 2023 was when I turned 24.
So there was a little bit of a change of plans, but we love spontaneity, and this is what's great about solo traveling, because you can essentially create your own schedule and you can follow it exactly to the T, or you can switch it up whenever and however you like. Took the ferry back, as you guys saw, and I just thought that it might be more efficient to spend the rest of the evening here. It is a little bit chilly, that's the little downside, but it's definitely very refreshing, and I hope I don't get a cold after this. I knew I should have brought gloves. I was like, we're going to Vancouver, it's gonna be cold by the water. But I was like, at the same time, it's not winter quite yet, so I didn't bring gloves, but my hands are freezing. I'm really enjoying this right now, and I think I definitely needed just this time to be away from the city, from the hustle and the bustle of my life back in Toronto, and just spending time alone without like a concrete agenda in front of beautiful landscape and scenery. So thanks for coming along with me.
Something about turning 24 felt different than any of my previous birthdays. I didn't do anything extravagant to celebrate, but it definitely felt extravagant, and it was a significant turning point in my young adulthood. I'd attribute this feeling of extravagance, turning 24, to some of the big milestones I hit this past year. Finally graduating nursing school, passing my board exam, obtaining my license, traveling to reconnect with family, and moving back home from many years away at college. However, I believe this year felt different because for once in my life, I felt a deep sense of peace in my heart that surpassed any anxiety or fear that was held inside of me. At 24, I felt ever more confident in the inner workings of Jesus in my life and his faithfulness that has and will follow me all the days of my life, even past the age of 24.
Walk through these very, very dangerous rocks, actually. But let's move on. Hey guys, I ended up coming to Big Bang Sushi here in downtown Vancouver, and I initially was supposed to go to a different sushi bar, but then it was just a little bit further, not that much further, but I came across this one on the way and it was super, super cold, and the reviews were good, and it just seemed like a more intimate space for someone who's eating alone to be at. So I decided to come here, and my hands are still frozen. I've been in here for like 10 minutes and my hands are still thawing. It got super, super cold. Like, it's really windy today. It is day 2 and I'm so awake and so ready to conquer this last half day, and we're gonna go grab breakfast. I've arrived at Canada Place and I got lost a little bit, but some lady clearly saw that I looked lost, so she just walked up to me and was like, "Are you lost?" I'm like, "Yeah, a little bit. Just looking forward to Dutch." It's not even daytime and this is so beautiful. Oh my gosh. Morning. Can I set a table for lunch, please?
Absolutely.
My hot water. There's no more lemon. I never really have this because you tell hash browns. Look at this beautiful landscape. I wish you guys can feel the coolness of the breeze and the smell of the seawater. Let's move on to our next destination, shall we? Morning. I wanted to rent a bike for Stanley Park. Take in this breathtaking view. Oh man, this is a good workout. I didn't think I'd be exercising today. I'm biking through these trails and just listening to worship music as I bike along this gorgeous view. All I can think of is, wow, our God is so good. And He is so meticulous in His creation, and oh my gosh. How can we not worship a God who created all things, God of all creation, maker of heaven and earth, and just insane. It's so nice and warm. Met a barista friend.
Hi, I'm Korean too. Hi, nice to meet you guys.
너무 반가워요. Hits the spot for sure. I finished the Seawall. I think it was like 8 kilometers around the entire the entire seawall, and then halfway through it started like sprinkling, and then it started pouring, and then it got really cold. Alrighty. Wow, it's so early still because the day started so early that I feel like I did so much, but it's only 11 a.m. Awkwardness of filming in public when everyone's watching you and walking by. Hi. Sorry?
I thought you were just taking pictures.
Oh yeah, I was. Sorry, give me 1 second.
Thank you.
Thank you.
A significant light, just where it was needed. Gleamed in black as night, closer to justice dead. In the eye of time, nobody's losing. Faces merge and change.
This is beautiful. I feel like that's the only word in my vocabulary this trip.
When we're finally sober, they'll be gone.
So today I thought to get the classic honey donut, but I was like, okay, maybe I'll try 2 flavors. So I also got the Oreo honey donut, and I'm gonna have a little bit of both. Cause why not? I'm gonna try the classic first. Let's try this. Oh, it's good. It's so fluffy. This is one of those things that I feel like is just better original. Oh my god. Got little Oreo bits and pieces. Okay. 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 I love how it's not too sweet. I am so happy right now.
Spending a relatively short period of time in a beautiful city like Vancouver helped me to enjoy the mundane things in life. It's encouraged me to seek out this unhurried life rather than chasing after things that don't bring true satisfaction for my soul. As I get older, I recognize in myself more and more of this willingness to slowly weed out things I used to value growing up. So many things that my heart clung to, I see myself no longer desiring those things to the same degree. It doesn't take up as much room in my heart as it used to. As I begin to let go of these trivial things as a young adult, my heart gravitates more and more towards the simple and mundane things in life that bring meaning to what I do, bring me joy, and produces in my heart gratitude. Such as the air we get to breathe, how much breath we have in our lungs every morning, and how awesome it really is to be able to enjoy a cup of coffee with your loved ones. Year after year, I'm coming to a greater understanding and conviction that in this life, I live not holding on to the things of this world, but in confidence as I await God's future glory. At 24 today, I am living out what it means to be truly at peace. The word shalom is a Hebrew word for peace, and shalom means much more than an absence of conflict and turmoil. Instead, it's a certainty that all is well, even in the midst of our troubles. So I know that I won't feel this way every day, but what I feel today is the hope I want to remember on days that I don't feel any of these things, and on days that I don't believe any of these things, and on days where I go a little delulu. So I hope this inspired you, and I just wanted to say thanks for tuning in, and I'll see you in my next one.